There's nobody in control of me. Like, I do what I want to do. So I'm deciding to your life up.
Like I'm trying to hinder his career. About your career. You think I actually think about you? You know how many rappers that are better than you? You're not even in the conversation.
It's about Shook. He liked the cigar and he trying to see what you gonna do. So Eminem, 50, everybody outside. This is when I knew Eminem was real. He's like, I don't give a man. This is when I knew. I'm like, damn, Eminem is a real 50 outside.
Eminem and 50 Cent aren't just mentor and protege, they're brothers for life. Their bond goes far beyond music. No matter the award shows, interviews, public tension, or industry pressure, whenever one of them is targeted, the other steps in without hesitation. This isn't just rap business for them, it's loyalty. Over the years, they've had clashes with a long list of industry figures, from old rivals to former allies who became competitors.
To stir it up, but Afrojack has been talking shit about you. Anything you want to say? Who? Afrojack? Who? That's what I thought. Thank you.
Whether it was Ja Rule or The Game, both 50 and Eminem made it clear they don't ignore challenges. When lines are crossed, they respond. That energy resurfaced again in August 2023, when Eminem teamed up with Easy Mill for the track Realist. While it was a breakout moment for Easy Mill, Eminem's verse immediately became the focus. His lyrics were sharp and clearly aimed at critics who claimed his music no longer connects with club culture. The delivery wasn't subtle, and many listeners felt the message was directed at The Game. But this tension didn't start with Eminem. It goes back years earlier with 50 Cent. Before the conflict, The Game was an ambitious rapper trying to break through. Dr. Dre saw potential in him and brought him into G Unit, placing him directly alongside 50 Cent.
How's your relationship with him now? Do y'all talk much?
No.
Why?
Because he looked like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Eminem. He looked like a gay painter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's not rocket science, bro. It's just, he looked like a white Basquiat. He just wants to look like a gay painter. And
the move gave The Game instant credibility, and when the documentary dropped, the impact was immediate. The album performed well, critics praised it, and tracks like How We Do and Hate It or Love It helped establish his presence on the West Coast. Behind the scenes, however, things weren't as smooth. During the filming of the Hate It or Love It video, people noticed subtle tension. One moment that stood out was when 50 reportedly avoided sitting next to The Game during a scene. In hip-hop culture, even small gestures can send big messages. Soon after, the situation escalated publicly. During a radio interview, 50 Cent announced that The Game was no longer part of G Unit. The statement caught everyone off guard. The Game responded by showing up at the same radio station later, and the situation turned chaotic.
The real reason I wasn't on the Super Bowl is because I'm not a safe artist. So it's just like, he not safe, so they went with the safe.
What followed shook the industry and made it clear the conflict had moved beyond words. Although both sides later appeared together on camera claiming the issue was resolved, the truce didn't last. Once The Game officially separated from G Unit, criticism intensified. His loyalty was questioned and his credibility was challenged. In response, he released 300 Bars and Runnin', a long, aggressive track aimed at multiple figures connected to G Unit. From that point on, the situation turned into a prolonged lyrical standoff. Over the years, both sides released multiple responses, keeping the tension alive. Attempts at reconciliation came and went, but nothing truly changed. Even public gestures suggesting peace failed to lead to any real resolution. In 2016, G Unit reunited on stage at Summer Jam, and The Game was noticeably absent. That moment reinforced the divide. Years later, the situation resurfaced again when photos and interviews reignited speculation about unresolved issues. The tension reached a new level in 2022 when The Game released The Black Slim Shady, a lengthy track aimed at Eminem and others.
Rioting, yeah, that's true. Those rumors are true, and I'm not going to deny them.
So did you date him?
No. Can I just clarify that I did not have a physical relationship with him? I did not have an intimate relationship. I've been with less men than I can, than on one hand. So
the song sparked major debate online. Some praised the bold approach, while others felt it crossed unnecessary lines. The release reopened old conversations about respect, relevance, and legacy. Around the same time, fans noticed The Game was missing from the Super Bowl halftime show featuring Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem. The omission clearly affected him. In later interviews, he admitted that being excluded hurt and suggested the decision was based on image and industry perception rather than talent.
He is fat. He looks like he got a pack of hot dogs in the back of his...
That frustration appeared to fuel his later comments and public statements. Whether intentional or not, the conflict once again placed the game at odds with Eminem and 50 Cent, showing that despite time passing, unresolved tensions in hip-hop rarely disappear completely. People might disagree, but in his own mind, he truly believes he's the stronger rapper. Period. He even opened the door to either a rap battle or a collaboration, just to finally settle things publicly. He wanted the guessing to stop and the audience to actually witness it play out. So now the question is this: will this long, complicated drama involving 50 Cent and Eminem ever truly end, or is it just waiting for the next round? And just when it felt like things couldn't get any more chaotic, another name entered the picture: Nick Cannon. Back in the late 2000s, rumors started spreading across the music world. Was there really something going on between Eminem and pop superstar Mariah Carey? At first, Mariah shut those rumors down completely, insisting nothing ever happened between them, but Eminem wasn't ready to let it go. On his Relapse album, he dropped a track called Bagpipes from Baghdad, and it instantly set the internet on fire. In the song, Eminem didn't just hint at a past situation with Mariah, he went straight at it. His lyrics were aggressive, direct, and left very little open to interpretation. He questioned what happened between them and why things fell apart. Then he shifted his focus to Nick Cannon, delivering lines that made it clear he wasn't backing down. The message was loud, confrontational, and impossible to ignore. Nick Cannon wasn't about to stay quiet. He responded with a long post online, calling Eminem out and saying someone finally needed to stand up to him. Nick framed it as defending his wife and made it clear he was ready to go back and forth for as long as it took. That response poured fuel on the fire, and the situation spiraled fast. Mariah eventually joined the moment in her own way, without ever saying Eminem's name. She released the song Obsessed, and the music video featured a character that many viewers felt was clearly inspired by Eminem. The visuals, the wardrobe, and the tone all felt like deliberate shade. Instead of responding with words, she let the video speak for itself. For a while, things cooled down publicly. But years later, in 2019, the tension resurfaced when Nick Cannon brought the situation back up during an interview. He explained that years earlier he had written Eminem a respectful message, asking him to stop speaking about Mariah out of respect for their marriage. Nick described it as a calm, grown man approach. Eminem, however, didn't see it that way. He responded through music once again, dropping verses that reignited the situation and made it clear the issue was far from resolved. Nick answered back with social media posts, jokes, and eventually even the music of his own. This time, things crossed into much more personal territory, pulling family references into the conversation and dividing fans sharply. The internet exploded. Some people respected Nick for standing his ground and defending his family, even against one of rap's most feared lyricists. Others felt the whole situation was being dragged out unnecessarily, turning an old chapter into a publicity storm. Media outlets ran non-stop coverage. Fans analyzed every lyric and post, and the situation grew beyond just music. It became about image, legacy, and control of the narrative. Eventually, things went quiet again. No more tracks, no more direct shots, at least publicly. But many fans believe the tension never fully disappeared. Instead, it simply went underground, waiting for the right moment to surface again. And with histories like this, silence doesn't always mean peace. What started as a rap rivalry slowly turned into one of the longest-running conflicts hip-hop has ever seen. Over the years, the tension between these artists stopped being just about music and became about pride, reputation, and control. Each response, each interview, and each public moment added another layer to a story that refused to fade. As the back and forth continued, the lines between competition and personal resentment became blurred. Diss records escalated, interviews reignited old wounds, and social media made sure nothing ever stayed buried. Even when moments of calm appeared, they never lasted long. One performance, one comment, or one post was always enough to reopen everything. What made this situation different from most rap disputes was its longevity. Decades passed, new generations of fans entered the conversation, and yet, the same names kept circling back into the spotlight. The conflict evolved with the times, moving from music to interviews, from interviews to online exchanges, and eventually into full cultural moments that extended far beyond the studio. As careers grew and legacies were cemented, the energy behind the conflict shifted. It was no longer about proving who could rap better. It became about who had influence, who controlled the narrative, and who could outlast the pressure. For some, the battles fueled creativity. For others, they became distractions that refused to disappear. In the end, what this story really shows is how hip-hop rivalries rarely have clean endings. They don't just stop, they pause, they resurface. And they transform as the industry changes around them. Even when artists claim they've moved on, the history stays attached to their names. That's why fans continue to revisit these moments, analyze lyrics, replay interviews, and debate intent. Not because the past needs to be reopened, but because it explains how the present was shaped. So what do you think? Was this rivalry about competition, ego, or something deeper behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.